life in London. What is the situation here? Tell me about the staff. We'll do what
How
is
are
the situation
things
here.
here?
And then we'll
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
This hospital failed.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Could the hospital fail?
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Tell me about the staff.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Speak up or anyone that stands out. We'll be polite about it.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
That personal.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
And nothing else. Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need
Oh, I should have checked her blood quality, but we just do that. 3,000? Yeah, they absolutely make it tempting. Like, they really make it tempting. So let's go up to our office and then we'll rest and spend what little XP we have, because we're not eating people.
Hear disgust on every street corner.
I am not a monster, sir. Oh, there's supposed to be a garden around here, isn't there?
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to
Fall
arrange
back
to
and
have you
jump.
buried in the same mass
Screw.
grave as your wife.
Screw his
I
material.
hope that might help.
So where's this? I thought this might be it, but I guess not. Where's the garden that Milton was all like, yeah, I only barely got out of there before something tried to eat me. Or at least I got attacked anyway. Grease screws again. What's the back of here?
Skals voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
We should eat them. I wonder if they're tasty. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Ooh, level 6. Better be careful about this one. Hey, guys. Oh, he bit me right back. Why, you son of a bitch. Cheeky bastard. Oh, look at you dodging. Ow, that hurts. No. How do I stun you? I want to hit you somewhere. Oh. Like I told you no like twice. Well, what do you not understand? Oh, look, I'm regenerating. So I only regenerate up to that bar in my health bar. That's as much as I can regenerate, I assume. There was one over. Oh, there we are. You are also level 6. Oh, and I got XP from him. Oh, I get XP from the Skals? Let's get them one at a time since they're level 6 and there are 2 right there. That's gonna be a pain in the dick. Glad that didn't. Oh. Oh, out of bullets. I'm gonna switch over to my steak for this too. Can I feed? Can I feed? Can I feed? Hey. I mean, it ain't Ruby Tuesdays. It's more like McDonald's. Whoop. Oh, what was that? 8:05 to a hospital. Let's see. Take me to a hospital at midnight. Okay, yeah, because that's what I'm working on. So now I'm gonna have to deal with 2 of them. Let's make sure there are none hanging around inside places. Doesn't seem like it. Can't help it. I honestly always look forward to this. And there's 2 of you. How quaint. Stop. Eat. Back away. What was that? I wonder if that... Oh, this one's different. That one's different. No. Gotta keep an eye on. Oh, I meant to switch over and forgot. Is he calling for others? I think he's trying to call for help. Oh. Kill this one off and then I'll... Gotcha. Can I pause in the middle of this? I can. Let's switch. There we go. Whoop. Oh, okay, there's their stamina. Come here. He's a level 17. But my claws are sharp. So what does that mean? I don't know what this means. They're like days. We'll figure it out later. He's like, okay, I'm done, man. Just leave me alone. I think I'm done. And they do take, and they get more and more stun resistance as you do. It doesn't seem to increase my experience any if I got 5. I got 5 experience for that. Oh boy. Yeah, they make it really hard to not eat people. Like, I could have been level 10 by now if I had eaten that entire hospital. Photograph of a smile, lemon, a few words written on the back. Milton and Pi. Oh! You know what? Weirdly enough, I really thought that her and him may have had something going on from the way that she talked about him. But I was like, I'm probably just imagining that. I literally was like, does she have? I was like, does she have a thing for Milton? And I was literally thinking that. But I was like, no, I'm probably just imagining that because
So,
she's like talking about
Mr.
him,
Hooks
like she
and
she
Nurse
talked
Hawkins
like she
are an
knew
item.
him well.
Those two have hidden their affections well.
If there are any affections left. Yeah, I need to get up to my office. So what's back here? Bullets. I do like bullets.
It's locked.
Locked door. Alright, well I got his stuff back, so I guess we can head back to Milton. And I hope I'm saying his name right. Could be Hilton for all I honestly remember. But I'm thinking Milton. Lead plate. Okay. Too bad we can't make some armor. And back into the hospitals. Yeah, see, I was hoping the game, if the game was gonna make this moral decision wise, I was really hoping it wasn't gonna push you in the direction of just normal people. Like, oh, look at all the children that are worth 9,000 XP each. And then look at all your enemies, even the bosses, who are worth like 100. It's like, well, at that point, especially if I get to a part, especially if I get somewhere where it's really hard for me to progress because I'm under-evolved, under-leveled, you're basically making the decision for me because I have no alternative. Unless I just want to sit around grinding out the XP. Oh, hey. Ah, here we go.
It's locked, all right.
And it's locked. Oh, that was me crashing through stuff. Skulls everywhere, you gotta be careful. Oh, Edgar and Salison. Oh, it's them guys again. It's them boys. Or some of the boys. Yeah, I ended up murdering some skulls and feeling pretty good about myself, feeling powerful, feeling like the man, and I'm about to just roll up on this dude and kill him when I don't have to. I had to actually catch myself there. Like, I had to actually catch myself.
I cannot enter.
Well, absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? Like, I had to catch myself there for a second. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. We're about to roll up and kill this guy. We don't even know if we need to go this way, and we're about to kill this guy for no reason. Like calm it down. Oh, fuck. Okay, so, I'm trying to remember which way I even went. How do I get back to the hospital? Ah, through here. Yep. Alright, let's go up to our office. No door there. I'm assuming there's a set of stairs because you said on the second floor. And this is where we killed all the skulls. Well, not all of them. This is where we killed 3 of them. So, let's go back. We'll go up to our office and we'll talk to Milton after that. Nothing over here of any interest. Oh, there are the stairs. And there are so many people worth making a meal out of. Like, jeez. Like, I feel like what they did, I feel like so far with this game, what they, nope, That's Dr. Swansea. Said it has my name on the plaque. But I feel like what they did is they're literally just like, here, temptation. Here, temptation. Here, like, I'm only human. Like, any of us are only human. Is that hacksaw better than the machete? Which I leveled up. 58, 65. It is one-handed. It's as good as the club, which I should probably use. The issue, and that's after it got a level 2 upgrade. The issue is it? My issue is it? Can I put it in my? No, it's not an offhand weapon. The guns are, which is too bad because I'd wield the machete and this, or the bat actually. We'll have to test that and see if it's like fast. T.L. Woods medical file. Bottle of cheap gin. Small bottle. Can't go in there. Ah, Dr. Reed. That's my office. Who's this? Dr. Tippett, Strickland, and Dr. Aykroyd. So they all share an office. Yeah, I can see him being mad
This
about
must be
that.
the place.
Whoa!
It's definitely away from prying eyes.
Jeez. I can understand
Relegated
why
to
they're
the
angry.
shadows.
I get this
A
whole place to
kingdom
myself.
of my own.
This is
At
bigger
least I
than
won't
most
be
people's
sleeping in a
apartments.
coffin.
Jeez. Oh, the Dragonbane. Okay, and the Barker. And what happened? Oh, I guess I must have went immediately into sleep mode. The Dragonbane and the Barker are the pre-order items. I have no intention of except for, and this costume change is also a pre-order item. But as far as I know, I don't think the costume gives a boost of any kind. So I have no intention of using the pre-order weapons until after I've beaten the game once, or until I get to a point in the game where those weapons make sense to use, where they wouldn't be overpowered. And hell, they may not even be overpowered now. Let's check. Oh, it is. It is the strongest weapon I have gained access to at 75. So it may not stay very strong, but it's not really strong like right off bat, it seems. And the Barker's not much. It's less damaging than the shotgun, not much more than the revolver. Has a magazine of 5 to the revolver's magazine of 6. Fire rate 10, reload time 15, reload time 15, stun 10, stun 10. So it actually has less rounds, which, and since it has the same reload and fire rate, would actually put the revolver as being a little bit better, because it has that one extra bullet it can shoot out for that one extra damage. Because you got 5 times 54, so you got 20, so you got like 270 damage if you hit with all 5 rounds, whereas you have 6. Okay, 3, 6, that's 20. So like 200 and, oh, actually it comes out to about the same. It comes out to almost exactly the same. Okay, well, whatever. So let's see what I need to check. We'll check and see what the Dragonbane looks like. I actually kind of liked his other outfit better, but this isn't too bad. Aluminum powder and shillings. Let's go back to the thing. Oh, does that just make me save? Okay, it's like a save point. I was wondering if I could change my clothes back, but it seems to be a save point. District status help. And it changes my clothes. Maybe that's all it does. Weird. Okay. I do like the original outfit better, so I'm gonna stick with the original outfit for now. And it also means that we might get other outfits that might be pretty cool. Article of Econs. It is a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire, to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or econ, as they prefer to call themselves. So vampires are econs in this game. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I've seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also notice that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitations. Okay, so they are way faster, which brings up the question of why aren't they just murdering people left and right? There's nothing anyone can do, but it exhausts them to move that fast. Okay, I get that. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one, the possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They misuse their will to restrain themselves from frenziedly drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood, may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood can sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and that in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications it almost beggars belief. Econs, or econs.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Can we go get it water? Nope. Or at least not from there, I guess. So those are just endless refills. There's bed, and what is this? Oh, workbench. Treatment for fatigue. I need sodium hypochlorite solution, ferrous tartrate, or I think it's just tartrate, quinine, and glass and a glass vial. Okay. Treatment for anemia, sodium hypochlorite solution, ferrous tartrate, quinine, glass vial. So exactly the same, just in different combinations, just different amounts. Oh, these are all the same. No, these are not the same. Fatigue, anemia, sepsis. And it's all the same ingredients. It's just these cost more as you go up. Blood sample with. I think we were supposed to analyze this. Serums. Regenerate 300 health points instantly, then 150 health points over 15 seconds. Ferrous tartrate. I need a lot of that stuff. What can we do? How do we upgrade you? Lead plate. Common handle part. which the one dude had, but I didn't have enough money to buy 3 of them. Increase blood absorption, absorb blood points when the weapon hits. Oh, so they even have lifesteal. Wow. Like with regeneration, the bite improving my regeneration when I bite, and then lifesteal off of my weapon. That's pretty powerful. Decrease stamina consumption by 10%. Absorb blood points when the weapon hits. Okay, so you have to choose. Increase damage dealt or absorb or consume less stamina. But I also believe that you should get more than enough stamina. You don't even need that. I would rather just have the blood absorption. But then again, we'll have to wait and see. Increase damage, enhance handling, decrease stamina consumption. So do you use stamina when you're attacking? I didn't notice that. Decrease stamina consumption, increase damage dealt. Oh, it only goes up to level 2. Okay. What about you? Nope, you have 5 levels. So we'll most likely end up using you. Also, blood absorption. It's almost all... Oh, no, this is a lot of blood absorption. Okay. Can I up... No, need... Yeah, the common handle plate. What about you? Same. Oh, the Barker has 5 levels. Improve firepower. Incendiary damage. Also incendiary damage. Nope, that's damage dealt. Decrease reloading time, damage, increase rate of fire, add 5 stun points when projectiles reach their target, decrease reloading time. Huh. And chemical damage. Huh. Shotgun also has incendiary damage and chemical damage, which is a shotgun. You can look. Like if you're
William
willing to make
Bishop's
the
blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
We'll talk to Milton when we wake back up too. So 895 points. Jeez. We could be rolling in XP if we were just willing to murder people left and right and not care. That's gonna be a ridiculous playthrough. Just eating everybody. It's like, that's gonna be ridiculous. So, tactical. I have to be level 5. So, drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible to most enemies moving in this state. And then this is how I decrease how much stamina it uses. That, I may really want that. I still don't have enough. Dude, like if I had picked 3 of the highest blood quality people in the clinic and took them someplace and ate them, I could have leveled up this. I could have almost leveled out this entire tree that I wanted, if not leveled it out. It seems far too one-sided on the temptation part, but once again, maybe that'll change as we go forward into the game, further into the game. Let's see, increase the damage of my bite, a regeneration. So I can increase my bite. My claws are already doing ridiculous amounts of damage. Fizzle, increase my stamina, increase my blood capacity. I may want to do that. Increase my blood absorption. Well, here, we'll do this. We'll just start getting all the level 1 skills and getting everything opened up. So, more damage with bite. I can get 2. Let's increase our blood capacity. And let's increase our health. And I have hit level 5. So then we need to gain 500. And we'll start playing around with this, seeing how much damage it actually uses. Spring. Spring is also good for your frontline meleeer too, just as a gap closer, especially when it comes to all the guys wielding flaming arrowed crossbows and guns. Yep, we'll take those.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Yeah, we fed pretty well last night, though. Like,